Okay, so I've explained the process of what's going to happen to you. I need to warn you that his lawyer is going to try and destroy your image. You need to be prepared for that. I know, he's going to lie. Likely, from what you've told me anyway, but this is my job. It's to prove that they're lying about these things, and we have plenty of evidence on our side. And you've been extremely brave with how you've handled this whole situation. That was all Miss Nash. Haley, this was all you. All I did was give you a ride. No, you've done so much for me. Well, I think you should both be proud. I meet a lot of victims every day who have a hard time fighting at all, and here you are, fighting with everything you've got. You're so much stronger than you think. Thank you. Later! What are you doing here, Dale? Hey, Clarissa. You're here? Yeah. What about everything you said? I handled it. How? Don't worry about it. Where's Haley, though? Haley? It's you. Hey, Haley. I'm gonna step inside. Let me know if you need anything. I know this is a lot. You said you wouldn't talk to me. Well, I handled things, and it's not a problem anymore, and I'm here. What did you handle? Just a few things, but I'm here. So, Mom. Be honest. Why haven't you been there? My whole life. Haley, I wanted to be. Yeah, but are you sure you want the full truth? Alright. Well, when I was with your mother, it was a full-on nightmare. I wasn't the best person myself, but she was full-on psychotic. I actually tried to leave her a few times, but the last time I thought it would be better to do it in public. So I took her to this shitty dive bar that was close to her house because I thought at least she could walk home. But instead, I ended up getting plastered. And then we ended up in the bathroom, and the next morning, I woke up and found the wrapper in my pocket. And there were holes in it. Wait, so she baby trapped you? With me? She baby trapped you? With me? Yeah. I confronted her about it, and she told me she didn't have any other option. So, once you were born, I did the only thing that I thought would make her hate me. I let her find another woman and I in her bed. And I thought she was going to dump me then and there, but I underestimated her crazy. So what did she do? She attacked us. I ended up having to lock us both in the bathroom, and that's when your mom decided if she couldn't have me, then nobody could. That's why she set the fire. She forgot about the window in the bathroom, but by the time we got out, you and your mom were gone. And I couldn't find you. I didn't know where you were for years until I got all the documentation about your emancipation. What about the birthday cards? I was giving them to your grandparents, who was giving them to your mom, but they passed away a few years ago. So this whole time, you cared? Of course I care about you, Haley. You were the only good part of this whole situation. I just wish I was there for you. I'm so sorry I wasn't. I love you, kid, okay? You're my kid, and I'm here now. That was so sweet. Later. All right, it's time. Are you ready? I'm ready. All rise. Honorable Judge Judy presiding. Thank you. You may be seated. Prosecutor, you may begin. Thank you. The state charges that the defendant, Josh Randall, forcibly overpowered the plaintiff on the evening of August 9, 2024, forcing her into intercourse against her will. This act is a violent felony in pursuant to the California Penal Code 261.5. The state asks that you find Josh Randall guilty and sentence him to the maximum allowable penalty by the state. Defense? Thank you. Josh Randall is a 38-year-old mechanic. He graduated high school in '04 and joined the military. Served until 2010. Upon his return, he lived in Utah for 3 years until he moved back to California to take care of his sick, elderly grandparents before they passed. This man is an upstanding citizen who contributes actively to the well-being of this country. I asked the jury and the judge to see that there are two sides to this story. Thank you. Prosecution? Thank you. The state would like to call Haley May to the stand, please. Go ahead. My name is Haley May. I'm 16. Quick trigger warning, this episode contains very adult and triggering themes. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm Haley May. I'm 16. So Haley, how did you meet the defendant? He was my mom's boyfriend. And how long would you say they were together? maybe like 3-4 months before they got engaged. Wow, that's a pretty short time frame. Yeah, he moved in the next day. So how much time would you say you've spent around him? Not that long. He always really made me uncomfortable, especially after my mom told me that he was looking at me inappropriately. Objection, hearsay. Sustained and so stricken, continue. So you say he made you uncomfortable. Can you give me any examples? Before they got engaged, he came over for dinner, and my mom made me change my shorts because they were too inappropriate for him, and that made me really uncomfortable, so I put on this massive hoodie. And when he came, she left us alone for a little bit to check on dinner, I think, and he told me I looked a lot like her, but with a better butt, and then he tried to lift my hoodie up so that he could... Really? So I yelled at him not to touch me, and my mom came out and got mad at me because he lied to her and told her I had a crush on him. Objection, hearsay. She can testify to a statement she heard the defendant make in person. Overruled, I'll allow it. Please continue, Haley. Well, after that, I hid in my room, and he proposed. What happened next? He moved in, and Mom kept trying to make me call him Dad. Can you elaborate? Mom and I got into a couple of fights because I wouldn't call him Dad. And then when he moved in, he took my tampons out of the bathroom and told me that I needed to keep them out of there because they're too nasty to look at. And Mom kept telling me things like, listen to your father and he's the man of the house. And this is only after being together a few months, correct? Yeah. Tell us about the night of August 9th. It's all right. Take your time. Dad? Are you sure you want to be here for this? I'll be all right, Haley. I'm here for you. Okay. Well, that night I went to bed early because I wanted to avoid them both. And I don't really remember what time it was because I was asleep, but Josh came in and he shook my shoulders to wake me up. And I told him to get off of me. But he covered my mouth. It's all right if you need a minute. I tried to scream to get away. He was holding me down so hard. He told me that I needed to learn my lesson. I tried so hard to get away. Thank you, Haley. The defense rests. Come here, it's okay. Sorry it took so long, guys. After getting hit with 2 back-to-back hurricanes, we lost power for about a week. But it just came back on today, so no more charging in my car. On that note, though, I have this GoFundMe listed in the link tree in my bio. 100% of what's given to that is going towards my family, to help them with repairs, and to help them pay their bills right now. This is my sister's apartment. She's being forced to vacate for at least a month. So I can't really do much to help them, but I can try to use my platform for it. So if you guys can, every little bit helps. Back to the skit. Okay, defense? The defense would like to call Karen to the stand. Objection, Your Honor, you can't bring in surprise witnesses. Your Honor, she's not a surprise witness. She was just running late. I'll allow it. Proceed. Thank you, Your Honor. Karen, please come in and take a seat at the stand. Hi, I'm so sorry I'm late. I had a little bit of traffic. It's all right, Karen. You're here now. So why don't you tell us about the night you got engaged? Well, it was really romantic. Josh had planned this whole dinner for Haley and I. He was going to ask me in front of her, but then Haley ruined it. Ruined it? How so? It was supposed to be such a good night, and I asked her to change because she had booty shorts on. And I think we can all agree that you don't need to have your butt cheeks hanging out during dinner. I can't believe this. Those were 2 inches off my knee. This is what I warned you about, okay? So just take a breath, stay calm. I've got this. And I agree with you, Karen. I personally have my own daughter, and I wouldn't be comfortable with her dressing that way at the dinner table either. Would any of you in the jury? I just wanted my daughter to be presentable for dinner because I knew he was coming. I didn't even know at the time he was going to propose. And if she couldn't just change like I asked her to. Instead, she had to go and get this giant blanket hoodie thing and make this whole scene. And when you say scene, she tried to take it off in front of Josh. Made a whole production of it. She made so much noise that when I went to go check on them, she went running to her room. It was obvious she had a crush on him and she was trying to seduce him. Obvious how? Dressing scandalously, trying to take her clothes off in front of him. He told her she looks like me and she took it as a green light to make an advance on him. And can you recall the night of August 9th? Josh had just moved in that day. He had asked her to take her feminine products out of the bathroom because she leaves them everywhere. They're a mess, and he's a man. He shouldn't have to see that. Of course, she threw a temper tantrum, and I told her to listen to her father, trying to squash this idea that she could be with him romantically. She locked herself in her room the rest of the night. I didn't see her until the next morning. Then she ran away. Did she say anything about why she was running away? No. But Josh told me what happened after she left. He told me that he went to go talk to her that night, and at some point he had fallen asleep, but he woke up to her trying to seduce him. So you're saying Haley actually assaulted him? As you guys saw in my last video, I have a GoFundMe listed for my family. These are a few of the pictures that they sent me. Right now, both my mom and my sister are struggling. There's a lot of devastation, a lot of damage around the community. This is my sister's apartment right now. She's being forced to vacate for a month, maybe longer. So while I know I can't really do much, I can try to use my platform. So anything that goes to this GoFundMe, 100% of it is going to my family to help them pay bills and help them with repairs. I really hate asking, but any little bit helps. Now back to your regularly scheduled content. So you're saying she assaulted Josh? Objection, hearsay. Withdrawn, defense rests. Prosecutor? Okay, let's backtrack to the dinner. You said Haley was wearing booty shorts. How long do you estimate they were? Not that long, maybe that much. Interesting. Well, those shorts were actually submitted into evidence by the hospital when Haley had her kit done. So these are the shorts in question. Can you confirm that these are the shorts she was wearing that night? I don't remember. You remembered just fine a moment ago. So which is it? Yes, those are the shorts. So when you said booty shorts, you really meant shorts that are almost knee length. Objection, relevance. This line of questioning proves inconsistencies with the witness's statement, Your Honor. I'll allow it. Proceed. So Haley wasn't dressing scandalously, as previously claimed. Well, those shorts are still incredibly tight and inappropriate for dinner. Okay, well, you stated that Haley had actually changed into an oversized hoodie before Josh had come, correct? Yes. And did you yourself ever see Haley attempt to take it off? Well, no, I was in the kitchen when I heard her raise her voice. Oh, so you actually have no idea what the scene, quote, Haley created was actually about then? Well, no, but what gave you the idea that Haley was ever romantically interested in Josh? Did she say something to that effect? Well, no, it's how she acts around him. Which would be how? Well, how many total interactions would you say Haley and Josh have had? I'm not sure. So this romantic intention that you accused Haley of having for Josh was really just an assumption on your part based off what Josh had told you? Nothing else? The morning Haley ran away, how was she behaving? She was crying, but anything else? Did she say something? No, I couldn't understand her because she was blubbering. Now, I ask the jury, do you think somebody who seduced a person they're romantically interested in would be sobbing the morning after? Wait, that's not fair. No further questions. Wait, but before I start this video, I wanted to talk about the GoFundMe that I started for my family after the hurricane. For those of you who don't know, this is my sister's apartment. These are some of the pictures my mom sent me. It's not good. And I can't really do much, but I can at least try to use my platform to help my mom pay her bills. So 100% of everything donated immediately goes to her. And I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everybody who's donated this far because, like, guys, I really appreciate you. But now onto the thing. You didn't even let me talk. Don't worry, you said plenty. Now go take your seat. I'd like to call Josh Randall to the stand, please. Josh, tell us what happened in your own words. I don't even know where most of this is coming from, all right? When I came over for dinner, I don't know anything about shorts, but they were already arguing. Karen went to the kitchen for dinner. Haley stayed out in the living room. I told her she looked a lot like her mom, and that's when she started to take off this massive oversized hoodie she had on. I thought it was because she was overheating, but then she started saying how she was better than her mom. I had to push her off of me, and that's when she started screaming, and Karen came back out, and Haley ran to her room. A couple days later, I proposed, we moved in together, and I got into an argument with Haley about her bathroom products being everywhere because, in my opinion, it was inappropriate. She ran to her room again. So, like Karen said, I tried to talk to her a little bit later that night. I don't remember falling asleep, but I remember waking up with Haley on top of me. I thought it was just a vivid nightmare, but I remember pushing her off. Next morning, I came out, she was crying and screaming, and then she ran away. I'm so sorry. That sounds so traumatizing. To wake up to your fiance's daughter on top of you. Yeah, it was. Especially when I found out what she was accusing me of. Absolutely. This is a damaging accusation for any man, but especially for one who's deserving of such respect, which, might I add, thank you for serving this country. Exactly. And it's just so heartbreaking to me because this is the girl that I was gonna adopt. The daughter to the woman I love. And I still want to marry if she'll take me. I don't know what to say. I will. I love you, babe. How sweet. The defense rests, Your Honor. You're seriously okay with that? I don't have any comment. Please turn your attention to the screen behind me. These are the results of the kit that was done in the hospital. As you can see, the DNA left on Haley is a match for Josh Randall. On top of that, she had bruising on both of her wrists, on her neck, on her chest. She had a cervical contusion, which for those of you who are unaware is bruising on your cervix and is only caused by extreme force. These are defensive wounds, and this is only the physical aspect of it. She was diagnosed with moderate PTSD, severe depression, and unquantifiable damages for the rest of her life. I urge the jury and the judge to please look at the facts of this case. Being a service member or a previously respected member of community does not negate what happened here. The prosecution rests.